gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Paranormal Bus Stop, where we talk about all things paranormal in a roundtable format, featuring Ashley Storm, Cynthia Gerolius, Shay Carroll, and myself, Darren Buss. Welcome to the show. Let's have some fun. All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Paranormal Bus Stop, May's edition, and we're going to be talking about conventions and expos. So, with my other hosts that we have here is Shay Carroll, Cynthia Gerolius, and Ashley Storm. My name is Darren Buss. Welcome to the show, everyone. So, how is everybody doing this fine, lovely Monday?
It's a Monday. It's a Monday.
Yes, it is. Peach.
I'm trying to add Ashley right now, so give me a second. It's definitely... Why did we do our show on Monday?
I don't know.
Y'all fixed it out. I just went along with it.
Me too. Darren only invited me because he needed somebody to run it.
Yeah, I can't run it by myself.
That's right. I know.
I barely can get Skype to work. Come on.
I know. All right. I tried adding her. She texted me too. All right. So, Darren, keep talking. I'm going to mute myself, guys, until I figure this out. So just...
Sounds good. All right, so we'll start off with the first question of the day, which is, what is the difference between a paranormal conference versus a paranormal expo?
You mean a convention?
Yes, convention, conference. Lovely fucking Monday.
I'm sorry, I had to giggle because just Shay's face. If y'all could see her face, I know y'all can't see me right now.
She's going to wrap me around the head.
She is face palming to no end here going, oh my God.
I promise we'll get our shit together one of these days.
I just don't slap myself on that comment. I really do.
Oh, funny.
I really hope I have nothing to add to this conversation. I'm hoping to learn on this one. So we really need Ashley.
Yeah, it would help for me to have somebody else that's done this.
Well, I've done conventions. I just haven't done
Kelly, but Kelly's on vacation.
Yeah.
Well, you also invited her last minute.
Yep.
Way to go, Slake.
Yeah, we suck like
Name
that.
Name of the game.
I said we.
Always late to the party.
I said we.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
All right. I'm dying. In so many more ways than. All right. So, this is not my show. Go ahead, Darren. Sorry.
Yes, Darren.
So, the difference between a paranormal convention and the expos. So, what is the difference, Cynthia? Compared to is one bigger than the other? Is one more diverse than the other? How does that usually work?
Oh, hey, Ashley.
Ashley,
Yeah.
is that you, girlfriend? We're live on
Yeah.
air.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello, sexy.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We're good now that you're here. We were praying.
Oh yeah.
Time to party.
So now that we have
okay,
Ashley
so
that joined the group today, let's explain the same question to her. What's the difference between a paranormal convention and a paranormal expo?
I have no idea. When you sent me that, I was like, I've never been to an expo, so I don't know. And when I looked it up, you can't look up paranormal expos. You get like expos for a bunch of different stuff, and
well, yeah.
Is there a
it's also that you
difference?
can like.
There's really not that much of a difference. The expos tend to be a little more broad than a convention. A convention usually only has like one theme. Like you have Comic-Con, you've got Wizard World, you've got the Paracons, you've got all kinds of stuff like that. Expos tend to have a little bit, to me anyway, a little bit broader, of a variation of things,
Mm-hmm. Now, do conventions have like paranormal investigations usually after them, or is that it could be either or?
It can be either or. Cons don't usually, because cons are usually bigger. Expos are a little bit smaller events. And again, this is going by my experiences and my views. The ones that have the investigations and stuff are more just events.
Kind of like Con that you were just at?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah. I mean,
Haunticon. She mentioned one about that.
Haunticon would be a smaller convention. Like what is that? The one they do in Illinois.
Me.
I can't remember the name of it. Spook something. It was put on in Illinois in DeKalb. They had like a little convention, and then they had an investigation after it. So, but like I said, that's more events than anything. Cons seem to have also a lot longer.
Sorry.
No, you're good. A lot longer. Like the lectures and stuff. The panels, things like that. The panels and lectures and stuff go longer at a con than they do at an expo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good explanation of that. So now a follow-up question with that is, so who really benefits from these conventions and expos? Does it the people that come in that benefit? Is it the vendors that benefit the most from this? Does the speakers benefit from this?
It's both.
Really...
To me personally, and I'll let Ashley speak on her ideas too. But for me personally, I think it's both because, the vendors get the exposure to the public, and the public actually gets to experience, what these people have to offer, what they do, the things they can educate about,
Mm-hmm.
To me, it would be both.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Ash. Love you too.
No, I don't know if you saw it. I had to step out for a second. I literally just got back, so I was being a smartass.
You called on the line, so we can't actually see you, although we miss your beautiful face.
Yeah, because I have the StreamYard set up for my show right after this, so my camera's already being used by that.
Yeah, we get it. No, it's
and
fine.
I'm not so tech savvy enough that I'm still be switching back and forth.
So we have to tune into her show after to get her.
I'll send you pictures of my face.
Before we head any further, let's give a quick plug here. Ashley has Storming the Unknown at 7 o'clock on Facebook. What group are you with now?
Are You Media Network? I like how you say now, like I'm just like some Jezebel jumping ship.
And who's your guest tonight?
Actually, this is going to be pretty fun. I'm having people that I've had up at the asylum to investigate, and we're going to all share our stories about things that have happened at the asylum, their experiences, and what they've captured and whatnot. And some of them are investigators, some of them are people who just came in off the street with a curiosity, you know, and so I'm really excited to see how this goes.
And we should say it's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
On Facebook.
Yes. I have to step away for a second, so I just want to read this one comment we have from Matt.
Okay.
He pays our bills, so I not only agree with it, but I want to make sure we get this in. We love you, Matt.
What is he bringing up when he pays our bills? You don't pay my bills. What bills? Oh, these bills.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
These ones.
I get it. I was like, he's paying y'all's bills and shit?
Well, sometimes, I cannot lie. Sometimes he has paid mine, so. But anyways, that aside, he says, conventions are generally larger, meeting with some form of Exposition. I promise I'm getting glasses, guys. Exposition or trade show included. Expositions are events that bring together sellers or product and service at a location where they can show the product and services to a group of attendees at a convention or trade show.
There you go.
Very
nice
nice
explanation. Want to be on the show?
Thanks, Matt.
You should have been.
I did have something to say though about
They're both the same to me, and on that
the
note,
investigations afterwards. Like Cynthia said, it just might be different because everyone does run a convention a different way. The ones that I've spoke at, every single one is just very very unique in their own ways because it kind of is all up to whomever's doing it, and it's not always the same people over and over again. And Tyler Paracon was actually the most fun that we've had, and we had 4 different locations you could choose from afterwards. So it wasn't like all the people from the conference piling into just one place afterwards. We had 4 different places that we could choose from, and we kind of like split into groups and whatnot. And so that was so much fun. And we had a little bit of everything there. We had psychics and healers and mediums, and we had, location owners like myself and investigators like myself. And then we even had Ken Gerhardt there. He's a very well-known cryptozoologist. He's actually one of my favorites, and he was there speaking. So I loved that it was a little, like I say, a smorgasbord of everything supernatural. A little bit of all that weird stuff just in one place to party. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I love the feeling in conventions. I've never been to an expo, but I love the camaraderie, and it's definitely like, you would think it would be kind of like a huge pissing contest, because that's how it is online, kind of, in our day-to-day lives as investigators. Like, it's just a big pissing contest to look at me, but with all these people that are actually being seen and being promoted, none of them have that, I'm better than you attitude. It's a very... I don't know. It actually was comforting to me and kind of reinvigorated my enthusiasm for what we do, seeing all of these people from different walks of life, and some people who'd been on TV shows, others who hadn't, just everyone from every stretch of life coming together and just reveling in everything weird that we liked. It was so nice.
Yeah, see, and I agree with that. My only thing is, well, I guess, to kind of go off of that is that it all depends on the people too. It all depends on the attendees or the vendors and who all's invited and how they vibe together and stuff like that too, that gives the attendees that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna run into anywhere you go, you're gonna run into at least one person or one group that's gonna sit there and go, well, I've done this for this long, and I'm this experienced, and I'm this and I'm that, and it's all about me. But when the camaraderie of the majority is good, and the camaraderie of the majority can make the attendees feel good, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's what makes the experience worth it.
Yeah, I agree with that 100% because I endured my first one with Cynthia, and that was awesome.
Endured?
Just seeing, huh?
You endured your first one?
Yes. I never say the right words, do I?
Experienced
my first one. And
there you go.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, just seeing, like she said, all the different types of people that come into these things. And what really threw me off was seeing a lot of the elderly come in. And they're just as interested as we are. So that was a really neat thing to see. And also they just come up to you and start asking, say, hey, I got this going on in my house. What do I do? How does this go on? How do I fix it? I mean, the stories that they tell you of what's going on in their location is very fascinating. And immediately you go into investigator mode as to like, oh, well, maybe you could try to do this, or maybe you should try to do that. And that was, like I said, that was a lot of fun. And I've only been to, I believe, 2 expos. So, and they're both Kelly's.
Cedar Falls and Ames, right?
Yes, Cedar Falls and Ames. Now that I think of it, we had one here in Oshkosh. That was years ago, and that was the one-time deal, and it never came back. So Wisconsin doesn't do very well for expos and conventions for that type of nature.
What do you think, Shay? Do you think it's the mix of the camaraderie of the vendors and stuff with the attitudes of the attendees that make the convention?
Shay said she don't like people, so she don't care.
Oh my God, she's freaking psychic. No. I think both. I think the person. I've been to a lot of conventions. I've never been to an expo. In my mind, they were always kind of the same. But I've been to a lot of paranormal conventions. And they were always the same. But let me tell you, the one that was running it, treating people bad are the ones that stand out the most to me, like, in a bad way. Like, yeah, so I think it's a mixture of everything. It's a matter of because sometimes I've met quite a great amount of people at one that I want to mention that I'm still friends with today, that the person that was running it was a piece of shit. It was like, so, and then other times, most of them that run them, or at least the ones I go to, are awesome. And they want to have that complete picture for people. So.
I mean, there's one, Gettysburg has a big event once a year, every year.
Gettysburg?
The Gettysburg Bash, baby.
Who's going?
Yeah.
Who's going? Me? I'm going.
I can't.
Oh, really?
I wish I could go.
We are going to. We're going to be in Matt and I are going to be in Hinsdale the night before. And we're driving all the way.
So that means they're not going to make it the next night.
No, we're going from Hinsdale to Gettysburg Bash to see everybody. So.
Shay's gonna get lost in the woods.
No, Shay, as you guys call me, Shay does not do the woods. I don't do woods. I will not go in.
Bludgeon's gonna get a hold of her.
I will not go in Hinsdale. Nope.
Don't you be saying that, because then when she don't pop back up, we're coming after you for putting that juju on her.
No, I don't.
Thank you.
I do not do woods. Period. I do not like woods. It's a phobia.
You could not do woods.
No,
Sam, I am.
I do not do.
You would
wood.
not do them in a wood.
I'm not gay, but I do not do wood. Anyways,
I'm not a pirate. A butt pirate.
all right, one eye, Willie.
Yarr, matey.
Hey, that's my line.
Maybe. All right, before we go on.
Your booty.
Oh God. Oh God, Ashley, I love you. Oh. Before we go on, I don't know if I missed it, but I just want to give a few shout outs that I can actually read because everybody knows I can't read. Darren, who has one eye, reads better than me. That's true.
He just called you out, bro.
He's laughing, but he knows it's true. Oh, did we lose Cynthia?
Oh, Cynthia, what did you do?
Somebody's calling in. I hope it's Cynthia. She joined. It was Cynthia. All right. While she's joined. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Allison, Mama Deb, Kim Purvis, Ashley Storm. There's no way I can read all of these.
They're not even in chat.
The Beholder. There's so many people in there. I cannot.
It has killed me for some reason.
Who's calling?
Matt.
Cynthia, are you there? Oh, it's Cynthia. We lost her again. She'll call again.
All right.
Does anybody do podcasting professionally? I'm just wondering. Because, none of us have this down.
That's why I use StreamYard. Y'all make it too difficult.
Well, StreamYard would be interesting. Yes.
Yeah, but you can't. You can also pre-record on StreamYard, though.
Hey, if you
can
want
also
to pay,
do just
Ashley,
recording.
If you want to pay for our StreamYard, we're all
Y'all can just use my account. Just log in under my shit and make your own thing. I'm all about sharing passwords, baby. What's up? Share the wealth. Teamwork makes the dream work.
She's all about sharing with me.
And we would be Facebook Live, but I don't know. Shay, would you like to be on Facebook Live?
No, but I would.
Okay. All right.
We have to talk about this off air because of
Sure.
I'm a host, but I'm also the owner, so this is something we gotta do off air.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys have any interesting stories that have come across you guys at the conventions and expos?
Define interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you hang out with the people that we hang out with, everything is kind of, interesting is subjective. Because we do weird shit all the time, so it's what really registers is off the wall or off kilter. Because hello.
And is it the place? Is it the expo? Is it the location? Is it the people? Who knows? We don't know. That's why you always return to a location more than once, people.
I will say this. You guys know how I am about people who do this just to be famous, just to be seen, their name just to be there, Mm-hmm. And so when I got asked to speak, I was like, oh, I really don't want to do it because it makes me feel like I'm being an asshole if I accept it. And I know Shay will understand exactly what I mean.
I do. That's why I made Matt do it.
Because, I feel like I'm acting like I'm better than everybody else by saying yes, and that's I don't want people to think that by any means whatsoever,
no.
And especially because in technical terms of having a YouTube channel, because apparently that's what makes you a real fucking investigator these days, or
right?
Anyway, I've only been doing it for 2 years, but I've been experiencing it my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I feel like people who've been actually in the field for longer deserve to be there, not me. It's a whole mix of emotion. So when I went into it, I was very just like, I'm sorry, I don't want to seem like a dick. So when it was actually my turn to speak, I was like, and I think I'm going to open this up for mostly just Q&As, because really, who wants to listen to me talk?
That's
how
I
I opened it up.
Yeah. No, I have to say, because Matt is in chat, I was kind of kidding when I said that's why I made Matt do it. I volunteered Matt without him knowing. Like, I said he would do it. He had no idea till he got there. Pretty much.
Naughty.
Because he deserves it. Not as a punishment, but because...
Not as a punishment.
No. He deserved it. He really did. He deserved talking, and I talk all the time, and I talk out my ass, and so we needed somebody to represent us that knew what they were talking about, and that's Matt. So.
Yeah, I like listening to the speakers talk, because it's interesting to me, because I feel like I learn a lot more just sitting there and listening to them talk and explain things, and maybe I don't understand what some of the things I was looking at beforehand, but then when we get to the speaker and they're talking what I was looking at and explaining it.
And the blended opinions. The blended opinions together. It's like, oh, all right. They feed off each other, or total opposite. Either way, you get more from it. I get it.
Yeah. Roland always, when we do Kelly's Expos, Roland would always speak, because he liked to be able to have people come in and he liked to educate them on starting up teams and things that we could do to help new teams and things like that. But it wasn't... So it wasn't so much about him getting in the spotlight to have his 15 minutes. It was more of him putting himself in the spotlight because he liked to talk.
I think that's why Roland and I got along. I have to say this. It's because at least for me, I don't like being in the spotlight, but I like getting certain information across.
You like the conversation.
Yep.
That's exactly what I mean by I love that I was asked to do it, but it makes me feel like an asshole, because I don't want to feel like, oh, I'm so much more important than you. But I love having that platform to share the way that we think about things and engage in conversation. To be the one who starts the conversations about things that people don't really think about it, the way that, because again, one of the things about Roland was he and I were very alike in the aspect that nothing was off limits. Everything is out of the box. There's no just like he has the craziest ways of looking at things, and I'd be like, I've never heard anybody else say the same thing. And you open up little doors in people sometimes too. And when you're looking out in the crowd and you're speaking, you can see like lights turning on people sometimes when you say something, then their hands, like a little kid in the classroom, get kind of excited, like like I want to ask you a question, but I'm going to wait till you finish talking, right? So you engage that, and it really is. It's so beautiful, but I don't want anybody to think I'm an asshole.
Exactly. I have the same issue. Matt and I started this network on accident. Everybody knows that. I started a show. We invested money, we invested time, and the network shut down. I had nowhere to go, so we started this, and one thing led to another, and here we are. But we, both Matt and I, even if we don't agree with you, we'll give you a platform. Like, just to hear and bounce ideas off of each other, as long as you're respectful, that's all we care about.
Different. Being different is good.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I tried it this year, just to try to keep Roland's legacy going, but I personally think I failed miserably. Everybody else told me it was good.
You did great.
But, I mean, it's a way to be able to, and for lack of a better term, it's a way to be able to relate to the people that come to see you and come to talk to you,
Uh-huh.
So, hi. Everybody else is disappeared. Well, good, it wasn't just me.
Well, we did the Friday shows, me and Roland. I mean, before we got going, we were already talking like an hour and a half beforehand, and then an hour and a half afterwards.
I know. Thanks, Roland, because now Darren thinks I have to call him and fucking half hour beforehand. I'm like, dude, I'm calling you 15 minutes before the show, and that's it. Like, get over it.
Well, I'm used to that because he primed me for that.
He did.
I will send him that message for you, Shay.
Your fault.
Oh, your fault, Roland.
Before we move on to the next question, because this is not in the list of questions we received,
Uh-oh.
I would like to touch on this.
All right.
Because it's out of a genuine curiosity. You guys know me. If I'm going to be mean-spirited, I'm going to do it to your face. I'm going to be like, if I have a problem, I'm going to do it right to you. I'm not trying to be rude by saying this. I'm genuinely curious as to what the allure of it is. But I noticed so many conventions, expos, whatever you want to call it, all across the board, gatherings where we have speakers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same, 10 people from TV that have had TV shows like 7-8 years ago, or you know what I'm saying, haven't had a TV show in the last decade, and they're always there as names. And I think that, again, this kind of ties into why I started my podcast. Seeing the same 10 people over and over again, although they have knowledge to share, we're hindering ourselves by listening to the same 10 people over again, whether it's on podcasts or at conventions. So what is the allure of seeing these people that you see it every single day? You know what I'm saying? If you see something so many times, I think
it's the popularity, and
Yeah.
people look for that.
Amen.
And they want to hear their stories because of where they've all been, what they've all done, what are they doing now that's different.
If they've heard that story 3,000 times, that's the thing though. They don't say anything. They use the same speech that they've used for the past 6 years.
Look at Nick Roth. Look at Nick Roth. He's continuously trying to improve himself and expand the field of what he's trying to do. I mean, he's trying new things, but sometimes his shows do kind of look the same as they go along.
But he doesn't really do conventions and stuff, so that's not like.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That I don't think that's what Ashley was getting at. I think Ashley's getting at the older group that everybody is familiar with, and I think that's part of it too. Is familiarity.
I don't even have one group in mind. I'm literally saying just groups in general, because these 10, 11 people that I see on the same bills, I've never watched their show. I don't know how long ago they were on, but I mean they were on. I'd have to assume considerably long ago, because they were apparently on before Ghost Adventures, and Ghost Adventures has been around for forever. You know what I'm saying? So I genuinely want to know what it is about them. Like, do they what? Why do
I think
so you'd like to see something new and different that you haven't seen before, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but if you have new and different people on the panel,
how's that going to draw it?
It's not going to draw it. That's the problem.
Yeah, see,
because
so
that's the thing.
Have the older people
stigma.
To get the new people to draw it and get the new people's attention out there.
So it's just for selling purposes. It's not because it actually serves.
Yeah, it's popularity. It's familiarity. It's people are familiar with these guys. You know, people. Most people are familiar with these guys. Most people have known these names for years, and so their names are what's going to draw the people in.
Yeah. And there's a few of them that deserve it. There is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not saying that these people are bad in any way. I've met them and they're amazing.
There's some of them that are such douchebags that I can't believe. And the people that are inviting them to these things don't even actually like them. They're inviting them for the draw.
Okay, see, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But if they're like I said, if they're getting there for the draw, but then you drop new people as speakers to get them out there, so that draw helps.
But if you don't like somebody, if you can't stand somebody, and you invite them for the draw, doesn't that make you a hypocrite? Like, I would never.
Yeah.
I'd never.
I kind of felt
If
that
it's going to be
way.
a problem, yeah, I probably would never invite them anyways. If it's going to be a problem.
That'd be like me inviting douchebaggins.
Zach Baggins?
Yeah, that'd be like me inviting him on a show or to something we ran or something. Like, that would be just like a slap in, like...
Selling out.
Yeah, like, at least I don't say it behind his back. He doesn't listen to my shows because he hasn't sued me. He hasn't sued me yet, so...
I completely agree with that, and I didn't even really... I guess just because... And I really am naive in that way that I really just... I guess maybe it's more of a naive hope that as a field we'd be like more geared towards getting everyone's stories and learning from each other.
Exactly, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, but
you own
really...
a location, right? Let's look at it this way. Yes, I'm rudely interrupting you, but you own a location. Say you hated me. You don't. You love me. I'm your favorite person.
Well,
but
no, I'm just kidding.
No, but if you, never even mind your personal things, but if you did not like what I stood for or how I investigated.
I've done that before, though. I don't let you, I thoroughly vet these teams that want to come in.
Yeah, but but that's different than allowing them to investigate your location than making them a headliner.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but that's also where it varies, though, as me as as a location owner, where most people, one, aren't even investigators. They just are, happen to own a building that was haunted, and people are like, well, we can make money off of renting it out for investigations. I don't want and you guys, we've talked about this, I'm not just going to let just any energy come into that location.
Exactly.
Because I'm responsible for my residents. I'm responsible for those spirits and souls that are left in my care. And it's incredibly reckless of me if I were just to be like, well, I don't like you, and I know you're going to piss them off, and I know you're going to bring really bad energy and leave really bad energy, but I'm going to make some money, so it's whatever. And, again, with the selling out aspect of it.
But can you picture... I know you feel that way, but how about... If you were to run
millions and millions of dollars, no.
No, if you were to... I understand what you're saying, and I respect you for it. But
I thought you were going to ask me if Zach offered me $1 million, would I let him?
Exactly.
I was just being
How about a convention or an expo? If you knew he was going to teach people to treat your location badly in the spirits that inhabited your location, would you allow him to be a headliner and a speaker at a convention or expo?
Absolutely not, because it should be the same thing. Why would you let that energy into your project?
That's what we're talking about right here. That's what some people don't get. They'd rather sell tickets than...
Yep.
So.
But that makes me sad then, because when you see how many people do that...
It makes me sad too. It makes me also very unpopular, but I don't care.
Y'all like me, I don't care, bitches.
Right now, me neither. Darren, Cynthia, do you agree? Cynthia, I love your shirt.
Agree. I totally agree with it. I mean, why would you, like you said, why would you want someone that you don't care for at a convention if they're going to do a draw, but you want to have a realistic draw with the people that you like?
Hey, Darren.
And then showcase the younger group involved.
Oh, that sounds evil.
Hey, Darren. I really like your scruffy beard hair.
Oh, God.
Looking mighty scruffy.
She's trying to lighten things up again.
I reckon I like me some of them French fried taters.
For a second there, I'm like, holy shit, who's calling? Someone else calling?
I reckon you got some of the extra potted meat in the back there. I like mustard on my French fries. Mustard and biscuits.
Oh my God.
I would want to know who that
personality
is right now.
Some people call it hedge, and I call it a sling blade.
Even
You
Why
hear
do you want me
it,
around
like,
people?
what the hell is going on here?
Bro,
Jared thought his headphones were, what's haunted? Or what's the word?
Yep.
Possessed. There we go.
Possessed.
Yeah, I'm like,
what other guy did we
holy
have
shit.
on the line?
What the hell?
Somebody else called in. I love it.
Now, you guys, you know how I told you I was nervous speaking at the convention? I think I was even more nervous because of Corona. I haven't been around a big crowd in like almost 2 years. This was the biggest crowd I'd been around since then. I don't have very much adult interaction because I'm with my kid like 24/7 and not very much on the weekends. So I was like, I'm going to lose my shit. Like, you guys know how weird I am just randomly with y'all. I was like, I'm going to be like a dog who hasn't seen people in like 15 years, been like, hi, pet me.
She sounds like a pound puppy.
Kind of.
Oh,
I was going to be up on stage and just being like,
I have to... Wait a minute. I have to say, for the record, I'm the only one who hasn't snorted yet.
she said,
we still got 15 minutes of showtime there, lady.
I know, you guys are working on it. Can somebody read Matt's comment for me? Because my eyes hurt so bad.
Okay.
I don't
It
mean
says
to be...
for the amount of money some quote unquote famous people charge the event organizers, they have to sell out tickets just to bring them in.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's that's one of the things that I find that's really, really, really sad. Because okay, I get
$1,000, bro.
well, but the thing of it is okay, like for me, and this is just again my opinion, but when you have to go through somebody's publicist or their manager or whatever they call them to get them to even get to talk to them, I mean, no, that people forget where they start from.
I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree, because once you hit a certain level,
You're no longer putting in people's hands.
But you also need to be in touch with those people that are contacting your publicist. That's why I said I agree, but don't. Like, you need to be in touch, because...
Like, after you're booked, you finish out the conversation with that person. Like,
I am Exactly. I am the most unpopular person that you'll ever hear on a podcast. I have no qualms about it. Like, that's fine. I get hundreds and hundreds of messages a week. Like, you have no idea. That's not even counting the ones that go to spam.
101 from me.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes.
Guys, I added another question.
All right, hit us.
No.
Oh, she's mocking
I was
me.
making fun of. I wasn't making fun of you. I was just.
I was making fun of
It's just the
Darren.
truth. It's just another one. I added another question, which I love it. I mean, we literally never run.
I didn't even read the original comments, the questions he sent me 3 times. So you're all good.
I am about to have to head out, though.
Yes. Oh, it's that time. Yes, hon.
Why don't you get yourself another plug for your show tonight so people can tune in real quick?
Watch my shit, y'all. No. 7 p.m., so like in 15 minutes over on RU Media Network. Finish listening to them first, though, and then you guys come flip over to me. We'll be talking about everything that happens in my creepy, spooky asylum. But I did want to do something for Shay before we go because she requested it earlier.
Oh,
I did? Oh, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you.
So, which one am I doing? The 50 Shades of Grey thing or the Mulan thing?
I wish 50 Shades of Grey, but the Mulan one was good too. But, I'm 50 Shades of Grey, girl.
So, if you've ever watched Mulan, there's Yao, who's the shorter, bearded gentleman out of the 3 guys that Mulan meets at camp. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, I'm Yao, king of the rocks, and there's nothing you girls can do about it.
Wait, can you do a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey before you hang up? Just a like
Wow.
Okay, I even looked up quotes for you. I told you I would look up quotes for you.
I promise. I told her
was
I
my
wouldn't
favorite.
ask for both, but I am. I lied.
Okay, I need you guys to mute your mics because I'm gonna do a fiver real quick.
God,
I'm gonna do this sentence in 5 different Sesame Street voices, or 4 maybe. It depends on my mood. Ready?
Okay, we're unmuted. Oh, now that everybody... Oh, I had everybody muted.
Oh.
Oh no, you muted me, you dummies!
No, I didn't. Did I? All right.
No.
I must be muted. Am I muted?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I was
I'm
muted.
muted. No.
No.
All
Do I
right.
have to do it?
You have to do it again. All right.
Yep, do it
All
again.
right.
Oh,
Be quiet
God.
this time because I screwed up, I guess. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
All right, are we good?
Yes, go.
This is 50 Shades of Grey Sesame Street edition. My balls sure could have the serpent licked clean off. No. My balls sure could have the serpent licked clean off. I desire so per rubber, and my balls sure could have the serpent licked clean off. La, la, la. And Kermit Frog here. Just to let you know, my little green amphibian balls sure could have the sherbet lick clean off. Ribbit. Ooh.
Is it Cynthia snorting like that, or?
That is me. I think it might be Elvis. I don't know.
No, it's not me.
Oh, shit. I'm crying over here.
I'm the one with the asthmatic wheeze in the
God. Oh. I'm so glad, actually, you repeated it, because I guess I did mute you. I didn't mean to, but I did. But, oh, my God.
You did it the second time.
All of us.
The second time was better when I added
It
little
was.
laughs.
And the
Oh,
listeners
shit.
can't see us, but every one of us, I can't see Ashley, but Cynthia, Darren, and me all had to pull our shirts over our faces to hide. That's how bad. Oh. Quick. Oh, Ashley, you gotta go.
Wow.
Go to your show. We're gonna end here.
All right,
Love
girl.
you, girl.
Good luck
I
with the
love
show
you guys
tonight,
so
and
much.
I'll see you next month.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.
Ash.
Take it
Bye.
God, it would not be the same without the ending. We all look.
How can
We all
we
look
recover
like.
from that? I don't know if we can recover from that.
We can't. Oh, I feel so bad I muted her the first time. I meant to mute myself because I was snorting so bad.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, Darren, so one last question.
Oh.
All right, so the last question I got here is, so how come we don't see paranormal investigators and psychics and healers and all that at a state fair or county fairs? Now, with the state being
Because that would be
involved,
called a carnival.
Kind of, yeah.
but it'd be so many people that go to these things more so than how big the
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
expos.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're not wrong. But you still got to remember, there's still a lot of stigma around paranormal investigating and psychics, and especially depending on where you're at in the country.
So
You know,
taboo.
I mean, if you try and put a psychic
what kind of lube is that? Sorry.
That is my Aveeno lotion
right.
for my tattoo.
It's good lube. Sorry.
But no, if you try to go put a psychic or something in a state fair in the middle of the Bible Belt, how good is that going to look?
I don't.
Well,
think
I'm not
it's
talking
right,
about Bible Belt. I'm just talking in general. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying though.
In general, yeah, it's very hard. Like,
I suppose. I mean, a psychic has a hard time just walking through Walmart, don't they?
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Yeah,
wearing a psychic.
But it's just like I've never seen that at state fairs and county fairs.
Because
we used to have a thing.
It's taboo.
I mean, we had.
Go ahead.
So we had a fair here called Sawdust Days, and you have people here that would be like fortune tellers and healers and sell all sorts of stuff, but they're way kind of tucked far in the back where you kind of got to go back to find them, you know. But so many people to go to these things for the rides and for the food and all that stuff, but that would be a good draw to put a team out there and say, oh, you know. I mean,
it really would. It would be cool, but the problem with it is so many people are afraid that they're going to lose money or they're going to lose patrons or they're going to, you know, turn people away with stuff like what we do.
I don't know. I mean, if you got the equipment out there to show what you use, I mean, to draw them in.
No, I hear you. Okay. They're not. No. They're not. And the other thing about it too is, you know, the stigma around psychics and the stigma around the paranormal investigations and what we do. There are a lot of people, and I've come into it up here even, where I've had people come up and say, well, you know, you're just playing with demons.
You know, the people that just don't get it.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah. And that's
I had my own mom say that to me, so
yeah. That's
she
the
gets
problem
it because I
with
explain it to her. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're
with the paranormal being so mainstream as it is now versus than it was in the 1990s and the 2000s, early 2000s. Now it's so mainstream that everybody knows what paranormal is. Everybody knows what an exorcism is, but they should understand when you go to a fair or a state fair that we're out here to promote us and the community and show what the paranormal field is like and what it's about.
No, I mean. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's fear. People are scared of what they don't understand. People are scared of what they don't know. People are scared to try and experience something new when it's something that they are taught could harm them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Everybody doesn't have a good experience. Like some of us have, and some of us haven't. And me, I haven't really experienced anything bad yet. So
yeah,
and that I'm sure is that time will come when it happens. Where I'm gonna freak the shit out of me, but
Yeah.
But, that's the thing. Huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's right behind you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a
Shay,
miracle
Shay,
that it
Shay,
happened the way
unmute.
it happened.
I don't think you are.
No.
I don't know. Maybe he's just messing with you.
I mean, it's just like me when I was born. They didn't think I was gonna be able to see at all, but here I am. I can still see with one eye. So
Kim says yes, no lips to read. So obviously, Shay, you must be muted. Ah, okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Well, I agree. So,
yeah.
all right, Darren, close us out.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for the lovely Paranormal Bus Stop on May. And next month's show, we do not have a title just yet, so stay tuned for one to come out.
Oh boy.
And other than that, good luck and good night, everyone.
Have a good night, guys.